Hi, this is Sarah Lingra, and welcome to another I'm at the Piano Now What videos. This one is going to be about the dominant seventh chord. Now, these videos in this short series are all about playing and hearing the sounds. It's not notation and it's not fingering. So this is how you get those sounds in your ear and how you create and derive these chords. I'm going to start with the major scale. If you don't know how to get a major scale, there's another video here that explains major scales, and it's going to go major scale, then to the major seventh, and then to the dominant seventh. There's another video here also for the major seventh. So the way I do this, and this is about pitch and sound, it's not about scale fingering. So to keep it simple, I put the fourth finger on one hand and the fourth finger on the other on the octave of whatever key I want to do. So this is going to be the key of F. So F major scale. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 or 8, depending on how you're looking at it. And the major seventh chord is 1, 3, 5, 7. So the first, the third, the fifth, and the seventh of a major scale. If I want to play a dominant seventh, and again, we're talking about how it sounds and how to derive it for playing. We're not going to go into major theory about why it's called a dominant seventh. This is just how it sounds and how to create it. So here's 1, 3, 5, 7. To make a major seventh chord dominant, you flatten the seventh. And what that means is, here's the seventh note of the scale, and to flatten the seventh note, you play the key 1 half tone lower or 1 key to the left. Okay, so here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 1, 3, 5, flat 7, and that is an F dominant seventh chord. I'll demonstrate that on A flat. So here's A flat major. Then I'm going to play 1, 3, 5, 7, and you can see the 7 is this G key right here. So then if I want to make it into a dominant seventh, then I'm going to take the G and I'm going to go half a step or tone lower or 1 key to the left. So 1, 3, 5, flat 7, and there's my dominant seventh chord starting on A flat. When you see the dominant seventh chord in music, you'll see the letter, so an A flat, and then you'll see a 7. It doesn't have to say dominant in it. It will say A flat 7. Now here is another way of showing this. This is using the Jazz Foundation's chord and scale key finder group. This is a little deeper dive. It shows you how it looks in the music. 1, 3, 5, flat 7, and a dominant seventh chord is made up of a major third, minor third, and a minor third. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, flat 7. If you were starting on the dominant seventh chord and wanted to turn it into a major seventh, then you take this flat 7 and you would remove the flat and move it over 1 key. Again, the way I would work this is I would play through all of the 12 different major scales, and then I would do a major seventh chord, and then I would flatten the 7. Here's a dominant seventh on B. And you can see how I would figure that out using a major scale. Boink. There's B. So 1, 3, 5, 7, there's my major seventh chord. And to get to a dominant seventh, I'm going to flatten the seventh tone. So instead of playing a B flat in this case or an A sharp, I'm going to move it to A. And there's my there's my B7 chord. Okay, so this is to get the sound of the different types of chords in your ear. This is about the dominant seventh, and there's a major scale video if you want to get more clarification on scale degrees in the major scale, and then a major seventh chord video as well. And this is about the dominant seventh.